So guys, thank you very much for allowing me to participate in such a beautiful event. Appreciate for Rami, Iman, and all of these guys who's really working days and nights, and you as well. So to allow us to connect with such professional people all around the world, it's my pleasure to start my presentation about the entrepreneurs and startups. I'll be doing the presentation in English as per the registration which I did. بس الله يعطيكم العافية كمان، يعني احنا بنحكي عربي فبرضه بنبلش بتحية الإسلام. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته للجميع، وإن شاء الله يكون هذا الشيء طيب للجميع و it will be a very good start. So it will be simple. So if you can see my screen, I'm saying dream, believe, and achieve. So this is the major thing which we are participating all in. If it's a blockchain or cyber or artificial intelligence or entrepreneurs or startups, every one of us is coming from different industries, from different culture, from different country, but we're always coming to achieve something or to run after our goals or our aims. So I'm going to walk you through my journey, and we're going to have two parts of it. I'm going to talk about the strategic thinking, and here I think there is a lot of people which is maybe much more experienced than me in the strategic thinking, and it's taking different directions in different life industries. And then we will go through the other part of the agenda. I will start immediately. So I will talk about myself since I was graduated as a bachelor's degree from the engineering, electronics and communication engineer. And then I did my master's in business administration. I went through multiple stages, starting from a customer care representative, taking a call, which I'm very proud of it, because I was not accepting just to sit at home back and say, I don't want to work except if I'm working as an engineer, because always there is a difficulty, especially in our Middle East place. The career is really difficult and it's very hard to achieve. So I started as a customer care representative in Orange. I went into an account manager, a sales manager, sales director in different companies, which you can see. I will not read from them. And then I went into the different directions, and this is what I'm talking on the left side here. We're talking about going from a student to an employee in different companies, national and international companies, and then an owner of, part of the co-founders and owners with different companies. So if I'm talking fast or someone would like to stop me, someone would like to ask a question, please do, because it's more about entrepreneurs. So the entrepreneurship is about how much we can really interact with each other and understand each other and come up with something new. So I'm putting here Muhammad Ali Clay. I like this guy. God rest his soul. I love him. So he's talking about the word impossible, and he's saying about how people is really relaxed within their comfort zone. But if you want to be an achiever, if you want to be an entrepreneur or a startup company, you have to go away from your comfort zone and start thinking out of the box. So they taught us, think out of the box, but they never told us what is the box. So the box is the environment which we are relaxed in. So people is relaxed in their home. When they go outside their home, they're a little bit scared of what's happening in the other environment. That's why the box is their home. So now in the other side of it, today, some IT engineering or IT CEOs, CTOs in some big companies, they're comfort with some technology. So they are in the box of that technology. So they need to think out of the box. So the three things which I need to learn from my career path is nothing is impossible, believe in yourself, and set your goals. And there is a saying, if the plan doesn't work, you need to change the plan, but never change your goals. So your goals should be adaptive, should be dynamic, but you never change your goals. You always change your plan, your strategy, and your thinking. If I go to the next, and here I'm talking about definitions. So here some people will tell me, your definition is a little bit weak. Strategic thinking is not only a planning process, is not only a planning adoption, is not only a strategy building, but today the strategic thinking has multiple definitions in different eras and different industries. And there is a major difference between strategic thinking and strategic planning. So the planning is the way to do this, to achieve the strategic thinking. And the planning is done by the overall, and usually it's coming from the C-level downwards. But for the strategic thinking, it's coming as an overall employees. So everyone is doing that kind of strategic thinking, and competency in strategic thinking is something that usually the people who think strategically, they think about risk and mitigation. They think about how can I do the return investment. They think about difficulties with the beautiful stuff. That's why they are more planned people and more achievable people. So these are the major skills. And here I always put these gears, by the way, with the skills and the business aspect, because if we enhance our analysis, our communication, problem solving, planning, and management, those are the 4 major skills which you need to think strategically and to avoid any risks in the future and to grow your business. And I'm explaining here what kind of questions and how to improve those skills. So to improve those skills, we ask ourselves strategic questions such as, what is my 3 to 5 years plan? What are the obstacles and how can I sort them out? So, and this is something which we learned by experience. When I was first hired by a company, I was coming always to my management and say, you know what, I have this problem. But then I learned by time that if you come to your manager with a problem, you are considered as a lousy person. But if you come with a problem, with a solution, you're considered as an innovative person. So we need to be innovative. We need to think more, and we need to always find the solution for the problems. I will not go over the slides. I want to stick to the timing. That's why I'm sharing that slide. The video is there, and I am always available, guys. My LinkedIn, my mobile, the people, the marketing people that they can always access. I'm participating in this application. So anytime I'm ready to explain more in details about all of these slides. Now, there is a definition for the startup. And by the way, let me talk about the startup and the entrepreneurs here. So the word entrepreneur is a very old word, and everyone is an entrepreneur in his life. So the housewife, she is an entrepreneur for her family. And the father is an entrepreneur for his kids. And the manager is an entrepreneur for his employees. But the definition startup founder, it came from the US, and it came mainly from the Silicon Oasis when they started the thing related to startup companies. And the major difference between the startup founder and the entrepreneur is 2 things. The venture capital. So today the entrepreneur is a guy who has an idea. If you look at this picture, it will define exactly the entrepreneur. He has an idea, he has the calculator, he has the target, he has the money. So he has multiple hands, and he's willing to do anything to support his idea, but he wants to see the revenue from first day. Whereas in the startup founder, such as I would say here, people like Steve Jobs when he started up, like Mark Zuckerberg, they are people who has surrounded themselves with good persons from thinking perspective. They're looking for investors. They're not looking to have money from first day. Their goal is to grow and to show themselves to the whole worldwide and to come with an enormous achievements. And then they're looking for the financial at the end, which is much more than the entrepreneur. But can the entrepreneur be a startup founder? Yes, he can be. If the entrepreneur started his business and then he brings up venture capital through round A, round B, round C, the way to go move forward, then he can be a startup founder. And those are the major things between them and the differences between them. It's too much talk, too much wordings, but these are things which I believe everyone knows. I'm gonna start from right to left, not from left to right, because left to right, we always take it in the university, in the schools, in the sessions. But my major concern is consistency, continuity, and growth. This is the major 3 key player for any business to be successful and to reach that guy who's walking on the stairs up to the successful. So how can I achieve those? I can achieve them by having a smart strategy, which is specific, measurable, reliable, and achievable within a time frame. I can achieve it within the organization. I can achieve it within providing the best service by customer care representative. So as Ma from Alibaba, he's always saying, focus on your client, don't focus on the other people, what they're talking about. So this is really very important. There is like Mark Zuckerberg, when he walked through, you can find him on the internet, he's saying, I'm looking for the long-term strategy. I'm not distracting myself with what is happening right now. So these are the major things which I would like to really spend a little bit time. So these are 4 things which I advise everyone to really enhance and expand: their experience, their leadership. So for the experience, professional engagements. We are now at a professional engagement. So today I am a 43 years old. There are some people which is 30, 20. God bless the Arab youth. We had some sessions with them. So they told us that the youth is considered from 15 years old till 63. So we're still young. We're still all young, which is really good for all of us. So the experience, professional certification, engagements, the leadership is something sometimes was born with you in the heritage, but sometimes you need to develop it and to enhance it and expand it. And most of the time, by the way, it doesn't come from beginning. It comes from how much you are engaged. That's the thing which we need to clarify, because people are saying always in our Arab countries, especially, I'm naming, that if his father is a boss, then he's going to be a boss. No, that's not true. And we can have a lot of discussion about that. So a strong network, this is the best network I have in my 43 years, experience. That's why I would like to thank the marketing team. I would like to thank all of the people who's running this exhibition, because this is really lovely. We're having a lot of people from different industries. This is the best network I would love to have as usual. So the target oriented, I'm a salesperson at the end of the day. So target not only the sales, everyone has to have a goal. Everyone has to have a target, and everyone should teach his son or daughter or father or sister or brother. If you don't have a target, if you don't come with a change, then you are a burden to this life. فبالتالي, I'm going to say it a little bit in Arabic. إذا لم تحدث تغيير للحياة فأنت عبء عليها. This is one thing we should learn. Subhanallah, this is how we are created from God. So يعني ربنا خلقنا بالطريقة هذه لازم بالعربي، معلش سامحوني لأنه ما بعرف أعبر عنها بالإنجليزي. يعني خلقنا لنعمل، والإنسان يعني اللي بيعمل لازم دائما يراقب نفسه في السر والعلن على العمل اللي بيقدمه للعالم. So we always should follow the structure, the real life and the real work. I'm done. And the last one, I guess here I put Steve Jobs. No, I forgot to talk about this one. This guy, I like this guy. I'm using Apple. Rami doesn't like Apple, so he will not agree with me on the Apple.
He's not
but
here.
I like I like Steve Jobs. So Steve Jobs is saying, all I ask today is it. So all I ask that today, you do the best work of your entire life. And if we look at that sentence, it's a very small, tiny sentence, but it has a lot of meaning. So today, when you deliver something, you deliver it the best way, and you deliver it up to the level which you are planning to deliver that. I'm done, guys, and I would love to have multiple questions, multiple discussions. I'm open for that, for this session and after this session. I hope that I finished within the time frame, I guess.
Yeah, you have. Thank you for the insightful and very informative session.
So if anyone has any question, I guess there's not much participants. It's a praying time in the Middle East, most of the places.
Yes.
Maybe this is why, and people are exhausted.
No, not exhausted. Actually, it is a working time, so many people are very busy at this time. Actually, the meeting time.
Yes, it's fine.
it's the kind of question I would like to ask.
Yes,
Uh,
please go ahead.
the entrepreneur has to do many things in the same time. He has to be the salesman, he has to be the marketing man, he has to be to put the strategy and to review the product as well. How he could manage all this on the time being, which is actually no time. You have no
No,
time and no life.
no, actually, the entrepreneur, yes, he has to do everything by himself, but it doesn't mean that he has to run all of the operation by himself. So what happens, let's say today I'm an entrepreneur, I have some money, I have an idea, and I have some people who will work for me, but I want to do everything. So the entrepreneur is a risk taker. So for his idea, he's willing to invest all his money. But the startup founder is not a risk taker because he wants to start it in a very good and precise way. And he wants to build a good structure to get investors to invest in his startup. But he's looking to generate more money on the later stage. Whereas the entrepreneur likes to generate money from day one because he puts all his efforts, all his money, everything in that kind of thing. Usually big companies like Microsoft, Oracle, whatsoever, when they want to develop their technologies, they hire consultants as entrepreneur. So they develop fast ideas and they support that kind of thing. Yes.
But still, they can trust easily to transfer the knowledge to the team. Maybe they will not be same like the founder and they think this way.
That's the difference between a leader and a manager, by the way. So the manager is the one who's always likes to manage people, but the leader is the guy who likes to manage people and learn them how to be leaders. So it's not just about I manage you within this information. No, I will give you the information. I will teach you how to use it. So on a later stage, you will be a leader as well. That's a leader. And the manager who's always on the top and he doesn't want anyone on top of him.
Actually, please let me introduce myself. I'm a product specialist at Launch SaaS Incubator, and we have many startups. And those startups, they don't trust their employees. And when they trust them, they can't transfer the knowledge. And when they do, they are not the same. The mission is not transferred as they speak about their startup and how they are not inspired enough. How they can do it in a right way.
That's why the 3 to 5 years, if you look at always the number 3 to 5 years is the maximum number. If this startup couldn't be bought by a bigger company or raising funds, they would collapse. Because when you are a startup and your technology goes up, so you need operations. And the more you are developed, you need more operational cost. You need hire more service. At a point of time, at a point of time, you have 4 things: either to raise funds and to cover the operation, either to be acquired by a bigger company, or to go public, IPO, but that's a bigger thing, which needs a lot of conditions and terms. But the trusting point, unfortunately, this is mentality. And this is why I'm saying here, if you read this red one, strategy mindset competency is the ability to anticipate and prepare for various outcomes. So various outcomes, the negative and the positive. But what happens in our culture, if the negative is coming, we throw it on the small employee. But if the positive is incoming, we take the credibility to the C-level, which is not always the case, unfortunately, which is you're talking about now.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for answering my question.
Welcome.
So, please, everyone, if you have any other question, just open your mic and just ask it. Or you can reach out to Mr. Kamal and the community.
Yes. Okay, guys. So I guess nobody is asking.
Wait for 2 minutes and then thank you for your time.
No, really I'm always available. Yeah, thank you. That's my pleasure to be part of this. Thank you.